but I wasn't really into that. But I'll probably pick up Gears 3. I actually just started being an online player probably about 10 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never, jumped into the online until about 10 months or a year ago, and I always played just the story mode, campaign, I guess is what you would call it. And then I finally got online, and I was like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Yeah, they're totally different.
I was being such a cheapie. I didn't want to spend $50 on a 1-year subscription. Yeah. I was like, dude, I'm not missing anything, but obviously I was.
Yeah, you were telling me about some sports games too. What other, do you play any sports games or anything like that?
Yeah, I pick up Madden and NCAA football every year, and NBA, 2K, whatever's out, I usually buy like every other year. But when I buy it, I really play it like maybe 2 hours, and then I don't play it again. So I just pick it up, and whenever the Lakers lose, I'll go on there and put it on easy mode and just like dominate like 100 to.
Oh yeah, you were offended by my Kobe comment.
Oh, you guys gonna get into it now? These two were just bickering back and forth when we were playing. We were in a party, and all of a sudden someone said something about Kobe Bryant, and it just escalated from there.
Well, there were so many little kids that had a Kobe Bryant jersey, and I didn't understand how parents would buy like a sex offender, like his name, like his jersey, and put it on their kid. I don't see how like.
It is not a sex offender, dude.
I know he's a rapist. Excuse me. I
it wasn't rape.
It wasn't rape. It was surprise sex.
Surprise.
Okay, if he's guilty of anything, he's guilty of cheating on his wife. Okay, yeah. I'll give you that. But
and to quit that, he bought a huge rock. Did you see the diamond that he bought his wife?
Yeah, so that's cool with the $2 million diamond or whatever.
But you know what? We really don't have time to get into that.
Yeah, we don't have time to get into that. I just hate the Lakers, man. I actually don't really care about Kobe Bryant. He's an awesome player. It's just that he stole his whole game from Michael Jordan, man. I've been trying to tell you that the whole time.
Says the guy with 20 Jordan shoe boxes behind him.
Yeah, on the video also where the Affliction shirt right behind him is, oh my god, it goes further down. I didn't even realize that. He's got this mountain of shoe boxes. So you could feed an army with all that money spent towards.
But we'll keep it moving. You talked about your games, talked about your kind of play style, but let's talk about your YouTube commentators. What other guys do you watch? And we kind of went back and forth on this on Twitter, Josh. What other guys do you watch? Or I guess we were talking about different commentators. So tell us a little bit about the guys that you watch, the commentators on YouTube.
Okay, I guess the first guy that I found that I really liked, and I had to watch every single one of his videos, was Hutch. I know that there's a scene enters out there as well, but I'm just not that big of a fan. I know a lot of people are going to jump on me right now for...
Rage Malarkey just disconnected on you when you said that.
I'm not going to lie. Me and my buddy Gary are big, probably huge CNN fanboys. Can't even say that. CNN fanboys. But we're big into CNN. He just seems like a cool guy to hang out with. That's what I think I like about him.
I think he would be too. It's just his style isn't something that I think when I see his newest video to where I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to watch this. I'm excited for it to be in my inbox.
Yeah, so. I feel the same way too. I think he's really good, and he seemed like a super nice guy. I just wasn't digging it.
I like Hutch and Onslaught. Onslaught, I really enjoy his live comms.
His live comms, yeah, for sure. His Road to Commander was a really good series.
Yeah, and you see a lot of people trying to follow that. I mean, XCal did the first one, but a lot of people are trying to follow the Black Ops one. Yeah, his live comms, he's just
funny.
It's so ridiculous. He'll just go off on people, and people say that I guess he kind of gripes too much, but then the guy goes like 50 and 5 using like
Scorpions,
Python, ACOG or something.
that's Onslaught you're talking about?
No, Excalibur.
Oh, Excalibur.
He's actually he was probably the second Call of Duty commentator ever behind Blame Truth, and he originated the Road to Commander series. I've actually always wanted to get into Road to Commander series. I'm just not sure if I would like to flood my channel with those kind of videos. No, I'm not really sure. But
it takes a big commitment because there's a couple of them right now that are saying, "Hey, do you guys really want to watch this? Because I'm thinking about quitting."
Hutch stopped his.
Yeah, like seven games.
Yeah, after only 10, something like that. But you said other commentators. I mean, I know we're all probably big, huge video game and technology fan. But do you have any other things that you're into? Any other hobbies, things like that?
Yeah. Like I said, I take a vacation, week vacation every 3 months. So I travel a lot. Like I just got back from Vegas for my birthday.
Oh, did you win?
No.
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 It's like my thing was like roulette. So every time I'd walk by a roulette table, I was like,
Wasn't
hey,
that the worst one though? Isn't that the worst?
You played the most luck-based game that there is, huh?
Yeah, but I was like, okay, if I put like $500 down right now, would I have won on black on this? It was like, yes. And every time I walked by one, I was like, I just have to see if I would have won on this. And I was like 15 out of 20. I was like, all right, bet. Go up there, first hand,
double
500.
Oh,
It was.
man.
This one lady, she put like, I don't know, like $50 on 00. And I put like 500 on black, and she ends up winning.
Yeah,
so she won.
About,
oh man, that's funny.
The funny thing about roulette is that they have a board. I don't know if you've ever seen these rage that because I used to live in a casino almost pretty much every weekend. They have these boards that say the numbers, like the previous numbers that went on there, and so people actually think that those numbers on the board kind of sway or influence the next numbers that are coming out, which has no effect at all. It's like, so if you flip a coin, right, tails 10 times in a row, right, what's it going to be next?
It doesn't matter. 50% chance of being.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But they look like, oh, that number's hot. And I was like, you're a moron. So.
I mean, I guess I can't totally contribute to this conversation, being as I'm not completely legal as far as casinos go. But in California, we have Indian casinos that you can go to if you're under 21, so.
You drive the Jeep down there sometime?
Dude, I stick my head out, and I got my Natty Ice or my Coors. I'm just Jeep, brah.
Or the Ford Loco. Do they sell that at your store?
Yeah, not in my store, but we got those around here. I don't mess with that crap.
Oh, I remember what I wanted to talk to Josh about, because we were always talking about Josh and I. We like to indulge in a little beverage sometimes at times. So I used to do this a lot when I watch college football all the time. We go and kind of just drink all day. So what's your weapon of choice when you're saying, let's say it's a football season? I don't know if you follow college or NFL, but let's say you follow college or whatever team you follow. What's your game plan usually on a game day? Like, what do you do to prep for the big game, pregame?
If we're watching it at my house, we'll barbecue and have a few people over, something like that. But here lately, just moved to outside of Dallas to a smaller town to where there's like only 100,000 people here. So it's quite a big change, and kind of go down to Buffalo Wild Wings and just pretty much sit up there. Be there at 10 o'clock, and it's like me and like 4 other people because Big Ten football starts like early.
Oh, so you what's your who do you follow then in the Big Ten?
Texas? A Penn State fan. No, Penn State fan, man. There's so many Texas and OU fans here. It's ridiculous.
Did you say only 100,000 people?
Yeah, that was what I was laughing at.
I must live in a hick town because we have my city. It just became a city like 10 years ago where I live, and it definitely only has around 50, 60,000 most. I don't know. I've never lived in a big city like Dallas though. I can't imagine what that's like.
Oh yeah, Big D, man. When you guys go to, go ahead.
No, I was saying Dallas was awesome. I'd like to move back there, but I lived in Addison, which is, I guess, kind of the younger professional, part of the town.
I know. We're not allowed to go on that side of the town.
We take vacations 3 months out of the year.
Tell me you're not a Cowboys fan though. At least tell me that.
That's the only Texas team I like.
Ooh.
Is Dallas Cowboys.
Let me guess, they're
going to get a Super Bowl this year.
Definitely a Niners fan right here.
Yeah, there you go, out by the bay. So you got Lakers, Cowboys, and Yankees?
You're all over the board.
Dodgers.
Oh.
Dodgers. One last question about that. I forgot to ask you when you were saying he's freaking out right now. Those fans that messed up that, like, beat up that.
Yeah, they put the guy like was stomping on his head and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
I want to quickly mention that because that is something that is pretty ridiculous. If you're not aware of the rivalry, can't say that word, between different teams, the San Francisco Giants and the LA Dodgers have a really heated rivalry. They always had for years and years, mostly because they both came out of New York. And I guess there were some Giants fans that were in LA for the Dodgers-Giants opening game. Not opening game, but it was an exhibition game, I think.
Yeah.
And I guess some Dodgers fans jumped a couple Giants fans and put the guy in the hospital, and I guess he was in really serious condition.
Yeah, they fear that
Yeah,
he
he was
has
in
brain
a coma.
damage. Yeah, he's in a coma right now.
That kind of stuff. There's no room for that in sports. I mean, it's fun to make fun of people. Like I'll make fun of you for being a Dodgers or a Cowboys fan, but I'm not gonna beat you up.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh, there was one question. The very important question we were talking about Buffalo Wild Wings earlier. What sauce? You didn't say what sauce you get.
I just do hot, man.
Okay.
I can't get too crazy. I mean, they have like, stuff, bark, applewood, hot sauce. Just like crazy stuff.
I've been there once and I got mild and it was gross. I've never been there again.
I went there once after golf and we were the only people in there. And to that waitress or whatever who let our shit dry out, I'm really pissed off at you still. I'm never going back
out. She could be watching.
I mean, it's like, you have this. I know. So you have this huge restaurant, and there's just me and my other buddy, and the cook has to bring out the damn wings, right? Because they've been sitting under the damn heat lamp too long. And so and she's just sitting there bullshitting, with whoever. I don't know there's like 4 people working there, but I don't know. You can tell. You can tell by the sound of my voice, the way I can't even talk about it, how upset I am about it. So.
But, you got anything else to ask Josh? I mean, we're pretty interesting, being from, a completely different area of the country from us. Especially, I mean, I don't know how you guys act down in Texas, but do you have affliction bros down there?
We have a couple. I've never seen that shirt before, but
this is a custom one that I had to get from.
Oh, okay.
Hand painted by Mr. Affliction.
I know.
Yeah, I've never seen an Affliction shirt with skulls and tribal on it, so.
I got a tribal armband probably underneath it somewhere. I gotta look for it.
I got my Japanese arm, my figure. I assume it means.
It stands for beef and broccoli.
Broccoli beef, yeah. All right, what are we gonna? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, kind of teased Rage a lot. Talking about he's a dude bra in a yellow Jeep and stuff because he's from California. When I went to Vegas, got off the airport and I guess it was NASCAR. It was NASCAR weekend there.
Oh man!
And so I'm getting off of the Dallas flight, and they're like, "Hey, welcome to Las Vegas. You're here for the NASCAR." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm just here to enjoy myself. It's my birthday." And people, they just kept on like, "Oh, you're here from NASCAR?" Because I told them that I was from Texas, and I'm like, "Why do you guys assume that?"
What you should have said is,
"You're from Texas, dude." They're like, "You're from Texas. Of course you're here for NASCAR." I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Actually, we don't have cars in Texas. We ride horses."
Horseback, yeah.
Big ass horses too.
That's funny. Like, do you usually get the standard Full Metal Jacket joke about Texas? Do I even have to say it, or you know what I'm talking about?
The steers and queers.
The steers and queers. That's what comes from Texas.
Like 12-year-olds on Xbox Live.
There's Rage is that demographic. He was getting on me how I don't meet the Call of Duty demographic before, and there he is, the steers and queers line.
This game is it's for people about my age group around there.
My age group. You tell him the story he said about you. Tell him that story, Rage.
About which one?
We were talking about Josh or something. And I was like, "Well, how old is he?" And what you said?
Oh yeah, I believe I said I remember you saying that you're around 28 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm just turned 29.
Yeah, I said you're 29. I was talking to Justin, and I sometimes forget who I'm talking to. And
how young I am. I know. He forgets how young I am.
29? That's kind of older. I'm not saying you're old, but and Justin's...
No, that's not what he said. Tell him exactly what he said.
I don't remember exactly what I said.
Oh, I'll tell you.
He remembers.
Look at his face right now, dude. He didn't even want to say it. He's like, "Oh, shit, you brought that up."
I really don't remember what I said. I remember something about saying it's not my demographic or something.
He said something like... "Oh yeah, he's like some old ass dude. He's like 29 or something like that." And I was like, "What the fuck?" Or 28. And I was like, "What the hell? How old do you think I am?" He's like, 27.
I can't really say that because when I see people, usually because of the beard, people always assume I'm older than I really am. So I can't really hate on you guys too much.
Well, people think I'm way younger than how old I am.
You got a baby face. I'm looking at you right now.
I know. So that's why I'm trying to get out of the square. I'm in the corner.